Yes, I'm in my pantry. Why? Because I just thought of I've thought of it before. So one of the ways I like to be super frugal, spring and summer are like the best. Lighting's really bad. Spring and summer, I just woke up first thing in the morning. Keeping it real. Spring and summer are the easiest times to be frugal in the kitchen because you don't have to you do a lot less cooking so that you don't heat up your house, right? You want to keep your house cool. I have this big new house, and from what I can tell, I've only been here since December. We've had a few hot days, and I noticed that my house will stay nice and cool unless I cook. As soon as I cook, then I have to get rid of the heat, but it's often warmer outside than inside on warm days. That's what I'm discovering. That's gonna be great in the summer. So I'm gonna try to have a very minimal cooking spring and summer, and that's gonna make for a very frugal several months of saving money and eating healthy. I'm in my pantry, so I'm not gonna be using all fresh picked ingredients, especially this year. I'm just trying to work on a garden. We'll see if I can get some of my own fresh stuff going. And I do get my occasional stuff from the food bank. Like I recently just got some butter lettuce. So this is what I was thinking. Instead of making any hot meals, I'm gonna do a couple of things. So my breakfast and lunch are going to be no cook as much as possible. And my dinners are going to be a combination of working through my refrigerator and then my freezer, and then cooking an occasional batch meal to restock the freezer, because stuff's only gonna last a couple months in there, a few months, especially if it's homemade. So that's what I need to do, is rotate out stuff from my freezer. So that'll make a lot less cooking, and that's why I do that I can save for days that I'm having health flare-ups. So if you check my videos, I've talked about my chronic health issues. You can check back on those. And so that's what I do, is I always have like a frozen meals ready, just throw in the microwave if I'm just in too much pain to cook, or if someone has to help me. And so I rotate those out. So it's time to do that. My freezer's getting full, so it's time to start eating through my freezer for dinners, and then occasionally replacing. So I'll make like a big pot of pasta, eat some and freeze the rest. Or a big stir fry, eat some and freeze the rest. So that's what I'm gonna do. But right now I was gonna show you that I'm gonna utilize what's in my pantry as much as possible to supplement making myself sort of a salad bar in my refrigerator. And I'll show you what I mean. This is my very full pantry. It's time to start. One of the things I had to do is my shed, I found out, gets way too hot on warm days. So what happened is I brought all of my food storage from the shed into here, and I reorganized and incorporated it all, and all the extra that didn't fit, that's newer, because you need to rotate by date. It's important to do that. So the newer stuff is down there, so as I use stuff, I'll replace it up here. Might not look that organized to you, but it is to me. And all my jars that I've been saving that I really need to get through are here. You can see they're emptying out. And there's some more stuff that I bought that's newer on top that will then go in the jars, same rotation. All the canned stuff. So I'm gonna get up in there and get some things out to create a salad bar. So just watch. Okay, so here is the assortment that I picked out. I'm gonna drain and rinse these and put them into containers like mason jars. These generally fit pretty well into their own mason jar. So I have asparagus, peas, corn, and green beans, and they just need to be drained and rinsed, and I refrigerate them, and then I make a salad and scoop a little bit of each into the salad. And I also have some nuts and seeds, things like that, to sort of, you know, make the salad less boring, I guess, and more nutritious. And then the other thing is sandwiches. So I like tuna and salmon, and I learned, I used to not like these salmon because there's still bones in here. But I learned that I guess they're pretty soft, and I found this out, I experimented with it. If you grind it up in the food processor, then you grind up the bones along with the meat, and then you don't have the bones. And they're soft. They're, I guess, supposed to be edible. Some people are okay with them, but not me. So I put this in my little chopper, like a mini food processor, little chopper, and it was perfect. It ground it up really good, made nice little, so I put it in. And this is the butter lettuce I will use for my lettuce. So I can use it up. Okay, so this is hard to see because of the glare. Wish I could figure out a way to reduce the glare. So this is my salad bar. So I have corn, I have asparagus, I have green beans, I have peas, I have butter lettuce, all free. So this is my budget-friendly, frugal, homemade salad bar. And I have my little handy little salad spinner, so I just washed and spun out my lettuce. Now I will make my salad. And there is my salad with the corn, peas, green beans, asparagus, and corn. And there, in my refrigerator, I now have all the makings of a salad bar. And then my dressing. So I put this in my little chopper, and I put the mayonnaise and seasoning and everything in there with it, and grind it up and make sort of a pate that you can just spread on your bread or toast and make a sandwich. So I can make some sandwiches with tuna or salmon and salads with all the veggies. I'm gonna have plant-based Caesar dressing, also something I got free at the food bank. It's very thick.